What's going on, Soul Family? It's Side Soul. Just trying to connect back in with my people. But really, while I did this video, I just wanted to touch on. I just wanted to touch on the new generation Z that are starting to take shape on this planet, and some are starting to actually come of age. I want to say that, and that's the birth years, somewhere like 96, 97 and onward, up until the cutoff point. But anyhow, and the cutoff point, whenever that point may be, they still don't even really know. But in terms of what's out there, I honestly believe, and by the way, I'm proud to have two sons that's a part of this generation. So I'm proud of it. But anyhow, I would want to say this, like, I believe this generation is going to be part of so much profound change in terms of growing into a world where people are becoming more awakened, people are becoming more enlightened, certain power structures becoming taken down, and not even in a malicious way. I also believe because these kids will understand, even though it seems like right now they're so controlled by technology, they're gonna in turn use it toward their benefit, to where they're not wasting so much time aimlessly on it. They're growing up in a time where more and more people are awakening to their souls. And I'm actually proud to be a part of an older generation and seeing a new generation take shape, take form. Because to be honest with you, they just want to get guidance. They just want to be loved. They want to be taught without being preached to. A lot of these kids, I know a lot of them, like I said, I coach youth athletics. I'm in recreational. So a lot of these kids, they're looking for an older source of wisdom that's not immediately around them. So for a sake, it's not probably in their household. It means a lot to them when someone of older years actually takes into them in a positive manner, even though there's a lot of slander that comes with the younger kids nowadays. So honestly, as I stated in this beginning of this video, I appreciate just the opportunity to start to be a father of two. By the time a lot of these kids, the younger ones, like the younger ones, grow up, I feel, this is my personal feeling, this is just my personal feeling from my soul. There's gonna be way more entrepreneurs. You're already starting to see it with YouTube channels and everything like that. It's gonna be way more innovators, musical shifts for the better, and that could always vary from opinion, but you're gonna see more individualism, but also connectedness with a part of each other. Because once the masses starts really awakening to a higher consciousness and awareness that's going to spread. And innately, these youth are going to pick that up. But the difference is they'll be growing in to a time that's just ripe for what they are becoming. And a lot of them, that means social leaders. That means powerful figures. Very successful people. And that's not gonna always mean your stereotypical way of success. Like maybe you're a musical artist, or you're a basketball player. It may just simply mean that this person is running a whole farm and growing crops, and they're proud of that. And they may not even come from a background. They might not even come from an area, I should say. They may come from an urban area, but they'll take into growing crops to get proper nutrition to feed their bodies. I'm understand people are doing this now, yes. But what I'm saying is with Generation Z, this is going to be commonplace. All this stuff that we're raising awareness to now in this collective, all of us older ones, where it's like we're putting out a blueprint that this generation is gonna see through. They're gonna see it through. And change and shift the paradigm. So, as I was saying, man, we gotta support this new generation. We gotta show them love. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't, particularly the music in terms of hip hop culture, I don't necessarily like it so much, but that's a personal opinion. That doesn't mean that I'm against these young kids, these young aspiring artists, or these young kids for liking their sound of music that they grew into. Not at all. But what I do is, the ones that I know personally that are around me, I listen to what they like, see what it is, at least have an open mind. And then I also play them the music from my time or a little before my time and era. So that way they get a perspective of what life was before and then connect it to where they're at now, so they understand how it all works together. It's just different times and people's visions change. But as I'm saying, man, like this new generation is gonna be full of innovators. It's gonna be a lot of equality coming for these young women. It's gonna be these 2020s is yours. Anybody is from Generation Z. So if you born between from 96, I say, or 97-ish on down. And don't take my words so hard on the years, you know what I mean? But I believe it's somewhere between that time frame. This next decade, and forget the next decade, these next 20, 30 years, man, it is your opportunity to grow this planet. And it's gonna be older people like me that's just there to have put out the messages to be received. Cause when I coach sports, it's deeper than a basketball game. It's deeper than a soccer game. It's like what Chuck D in Public Enemy was referring to in the song He Got Game. It's the game behind the game. It's the game behind the game. That's what's important to me, to guide these young children through life with using something that they love or like, to draw their interest. And then and then also, as well as just putting them in a perspective that, like, making them see a perspective, having them see a perspective that's just different. That's just different from what they're used to hearing. So somebody may be used to hearing, go to school, or you gotta get straight A's and stuff like that, which nothing's wrong with that. I believe in education. But there's other aspects to life that these kids are looking forward to hearing. They want to know that it means a lot, even if they don't say it outwardly. If you let them know you understand where they're at, where they're coming from. Also, asking them, how are they? Are you okay? Like, I know how it is being young and dealing with this, dealing with that. But you letting them know you really understand it. You really understand it. It's not just being older and just trying to just pile on what you know, because times has changed. It's different being, I'm almost 30 years old. I turned 30 June 3rd. But it's different even 10 years ago when I was growing up to be that age. So what I try to do is, from what I know from experience and merging with the times that we are in and knowing how this generation operates, I just try to incorporate it all together. When I give them positive feedback, when I give them even constructive criticism. And I'm actually inspired from inspiring them. And they inspire me as well. So I'm going to touch on this subject too a little deeper. This was just pretty much me just getting these thoughts out here while I had them. But like I said, man, Generation Z, they're going to push this positive change even further than we opened up the possibilities to. The floodgates will open. I love all of you. I love all my soul family. And this ain't just for Generation Z, it's for everybody. I love all of y'all. Together we're going to connect. And I know it seems like sometimes it's a lost hope for this next generation. But it's not. It's not. That's a lazy mindset. And yeah, they're not always going to be easy to work with. Some of them ain't going to be as smooth sailing as others are. But at the same time, it takes a strong person. It takes strong wisdom to be able to overcome that. Not even obstacle, overcome that hurdle. To jump over. Because once you learn how to touch the soul of an honor student, let's just say an honor student, and the soul of a troubled youth, the same way for different reasons, it's nothing better than that, man. That's when you know, like that's when you know the influence is real. So anyway, man, I'm gonna just keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing this content out. I love all of you. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I appreciate you. Also, click on the notification bell so you know every time another video is coming, all right? I love you, soul family. Peace.